What's up, Ringside Collectibles and WrestlingFigures.com fans? It's the most wonderful time. It's Ringside Fest 2023, and I'm here with my old pals, Bill Miekina and Steve Ozer. We're so excited. Guys, how you doing?
Doing good,
great.
Tom.
We're
Good to see
pumped.
you.
Good to see you too. We're pumped for Ringside Fest. I know people, it's like the time between Comic-Con and the time between Ringside Fest for many of us feels like, it's 10 years in between. So the 10 years are finally up. We get to see some new figure reveals. We get to see hopefully lots of exciting things up your sleeves, right? Do you have some surprises for us today?
Yeah, we saved some good stuff for you. First time in the line, superstars, and a whole host of other brand new iterations of talent that you guys love. So should be exciting.
Perfect. So what you're saying is I can subtract about 457 of the Q&A questions that people asked us, because it's very likely you're going to show and answer many of them today, and then we can keep going, and then we can get into the nitty gritty.
We have it, please.
I was looking through some of those questions, and I'm like, okay, check. So
Perfect.
we'll be in good
Bingo.
shape.
All right, let's do it. So what should we start off with first? I think maybe basics is a good place to go, right, Steve?
Yeah, basics. We debuted our new basic figures at San Diego Comic-Con with updated leg articulation. So these figures will be able to come to life like never before. So we want like really exciting talent in the basic line to back up that new articulation. So Bill, tell us about some of these new basic reveals.
Sure. So debuting in the basics line will be Giovanni Vinci, first time in the line. And also Bret the Hitman Hart will be back in the basic line with the new articulation in the legs and hips.
And Bret will also be the Chase in his wave, so you're going to get two different versions of Bret. And looking at the Q&A questions a little early, people were like, "When are we going to complete Imperium?" So one wave later, Imperium will be completed at least in basic form.
Perfect. Amazing. And so the new articulation, people are in love with it, by the way, from what I've seen. There's been great photos taken, great feedback. So great to see that that's going to continue. And you can't go wrong with a legend and a first time in the line superstar for the first reveal for basics. So very exciting.
Yeah, definitely want to make sure that there's something for everybody in the basics line. No matter what generation you're a fan of, there's going to be figures in basics for you. But we have more. We have more than what we just showed. Bill, tell us about these next reveals.
Sure. We have Seth Rollins in the white gear with the black highlights and the gold trim, and also $1 Million Man with the updated articulation, I believe.
And this Ted DiBiase in the middle is actually the first time he's been done in this particular suit. So that's pretty exciting. And this is kind of the latter Money Inc. era for $1 Million Man. So pretty cool to finally get that version of Ted out.
And this also obviously showcases a suited basic figure, because $1 Million Man always looked as sharp as he could in that suit.
Yeah, suited figures. We did a Seth in the first wave of the new version of basics. And there's other talent that are synonymous with wearing suits on TV weekly, like Cody and Miz. And we're open to exploring all those that make sense.
And also debuting in the first time in the line is Katana Chance and Caden Carter. And the amount of deco that we were able to squeeze on a basic version of Caden Carter is very impressive. I didn't actually work on this figure, but when I first saw this, I was like, how are we able to do that? And I was real impressed by what they're able to accomplish with that one.
Great tattoo details there, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to John who designed these figures. He really made some miracles happen with all that tattoo work on Caden. So pretty cool.
Excellent. Great work, John. So Steve, Bill, before we go any further, it wouldn't be Ringside Fest without some of the absolute top talent on the WWE roster. And I'm thrilled to bring out our top talent for this year's Ringside Fest. NXT North American Champion Dominik Mysterio and Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley. What's up, y'all?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome. Thanks for joining us for Ringside Fest. It's a huge wrestling action figure tradition, and it's even more exciting to have talent like y'all involved. And really happy to have you. So thanks again for coming.
No problem. Of course.
So one thing I just want to ask you to start off, the Judgment Day, obviously a power group. Your relationship, Dominik Mysterio and Rhea Ripley, is at the center of the WWE universe, basically. How does it feel to have all eyes on the two of you at all times like that?
It feels pretty amazing. I feel like everything that we've been doing has just been gradually growing organically. And I think that's what people have been seeing and they've been following it. And that's why the Judgment Day, we now run all of the WWE. But yeah, it feels really cool to be in the spotlight and just sort of like take over everything. I love it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I couldn't agree more. Like Mommy said, she's always on top.
I was waiting to see how long it would take for you to say that, and I'm glad it was so fast. So that works perfect. Rhea, did you collect action figures growing up? Like, what were your favorite toys as a kid?
I didn't collect action figures. I wish I did, but I never really got into that sort of stuff just because I was so busy playing sport on the weekends, and I just kept myself occupied with that. But a few of my friends collected them, and they had like bucketfuls, like every single action figure you could think of, they had it. But I have to say, I've got a few now. I've got a few Rhea Ripley ones, of course, and I have a little Dominik. He's my favorite.
Perfect. That's like the ultimate boy toy, right?
Exactly.
So Dom, how about you? How many of your dad's action figures did you own as a kid? Do you still own any, or is that kind of awkward now?
Well, I actually I gave them all away recently, all of the Rey Mysterio ones. But when I was a kid, man, my collection was pretty hefty. I'm sure kids would be jealous because I had from the giant, action figures to the stretchy ones to the mini figures to, the old, Lucha Libre ones that you collect in like the streets and like the little ring posts, like made out of like had them all. So you could say I was a pretty big action figure guy. Still am, just not a Rey Mysterio action figure guy.
I hear you. What would you say was your number one? What was like the one you couldn't live without?
Man, I would probably say the giant Eddie Guerrero one and then the classic Psychosis.
That's two classics right there. No doubt about that. You can't let those go easy. Definitely. Very exciting. Cool, man. So the two of you, speaking of action figures, you've had two of the hottest Mattel WWE figure releases this year. Fans are in demand for like an updated version of Dirty Dom, an updated version of Rhea Ripley. How does that feel that your elites are selling out now multiple times? And what are your impressions of your most recent elite figures? We're talking about Rhea in Elite 102 and Dominik in Elite 105.
Man, it's hard to put into words how it feels because growing up in Adelaide, South Australia, I never thought I'd make it this far, let alone having action figures of myself that people want to buy. So it's extremely wild to me. And going off the last one that came out and seeing how like spot on it was for everything at that time of how I was, it was just really, really cool. And I'm glad that it's sort of been put out and it's just something that resembles that time of me joining the Judgment Day and that time in my career. It's really cool to have. And I'm excited to see which ones come out in the future. I can't wait for like a Mommy Rhea Ripley one. I'm definitely going to collect them all,
I hear you on that. What about you, Dom? What do you think about, we had the version where you were in a tag team with your dad, but now we see the version of you, getting in touch with your bad boy side, right? So how's that one look?
Stop. It's definitely really cool to see, especially, growing up collecting action figures and like, wanting to have them all and, being excited to see the new ones coming out and seeing all the detail on, my dad's action figures. And I was a big, Eddie Guerrero guy and the Guerreros. So like seeing all the detail with that and now seeing my action figures and the evolution of it with just two of them from all these bright blue, red and yellows to just like you said, bad boy, just all black and purple, and even the hair's longer. So it's really cool to see, and especially the Build-A-Figure mini Dom. Like that's that's insane. You know, having an action figure as a kid and an adult, you know, it's a huge blessing.
Steve, Bill, that's got to be exciting to hear, right? To know that Big Dom has the mini Dom now, basically, in his collection, and that was I think that was his first time in the line, right? Was the Build-A-Figure, or was it the tag team Dom?
I think the tag team was the first time in the line, but yeah, it's pretty incredible that cool. You can get action figures of Dominik from literally when he first appeared on WWE programming up until, you know, right now. I'm not sure if there's anyone else you can do that with.
Definitely not. And that's definitely a unique and exciting things. So Rhea, Dom, the good news is I do believe that Bill and Steve do have some exciting new updated looks of figures of you. So if you'd like, we'd like to, you know, Ringside Fest is all about new wrestling action figure reveals. Nobody has seen these. Nobody will see them until they're watching this video. So if you'd like, we're going to look at new versions of you and also perhaps like a couple of other figures as well, if we can get your thoughts.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so guys, back at Comic-Con, we revealed a new Judgment Day version of Finn Balor, and all the WWE Universe were like, when are you going to complete Judgment Day? We need Dom, we need Rhea. So we're showing you now, coming in early 2024, all new versions, Rhea Ripley, Dominik Mysterio, and of course, Damian Priest, so the WWE Universe can complete Judgment Day in 2024. What do you guys think?
That's awesome.
You got two heads. That's cool.
That's like, you have your title with this one.
I know. This is my first one with the title.
And look at Priest's hair.
Yeah, dude.
Man,
that's
so
cool.
Spot on.
Well, I'm glad you like them. I'm glad you know, if you notice, Rhea has the mommy necklace. So I think that's the first time we're having the mommy necklace in the line. And actually for Dominik, the removable bandana and sunglasses. And then it's going to have the dress shirt buttoned at the top.
Let's go.
As a removable soft good accessory covering the figures, so you can recreate the look on the right.
And I see a teardrop there too.
Yes.
Yeah. No, the minute that came out on TV, I'm like, oh gosh, like I wanted to make an action figure of that immediately. So
cool.
I love it.
And Rhea,
your legs are bigger than mine.
It's the boots, dude.
Your legs are way bigger than mine. This is not fair.
The boots, dude.
I try really hard.
Bill is representing all that hard work that you spend in the gym, because you've got brand new arms that reflect like your true to life arms. So looking good here, Bill.
Yeah, this is actually I didn't mention it. The shoulders on Rhea are broader than the last one, because when I looked at the last one, I noticed that we probably weren't given enough credit for how broad your back is. You have a really broad and muscular back, so we want to make sure that we captured it on the new one.
And the leg tats.
The leg tats too. Everything is cool.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Thanks for getting my shoulders in there.
Well, thank you for taking a lot of reference to make sure we get all this stuff right. It really helps me do my job when you do the turns in the studio, to make sure that, you know, we capture the tattoos and the outfits as accurately as possible.
Yeah, no, it's definitely very accurate.
Hey, Bill, correct me if I'm wrong, but the side plates on Rhea's Women's Championship there, those are unique to her. Is that correct? Yeah,
they will be printed unique to have the Rhea Ripley, the logo on the sides.
That's really epic. I'm excited. That's cool.
Cool. Glad you like them. That's going to be a full-on representation of the Judgment Day there. So finally, you know, the band is together in action figure form, and I see a lot of kids like beating the crap out of their other figures with the entire group. So I think you're going to continue to dominate, right?
Dads, you know.
I can see that happening too. So, you know, obviously we're showing you some of the next figures coming for you guys, but there will be more Rheas, more Doms, more Judgment Day figures coming. But you have to stay tuned for that as we, you know, go through 2024. We'll have more reveals, and we'll make sure we get you guys your samples.
Great.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Tom,
Cool.
do you want to see more?
Yeah, Steve, can we show them just a couple more and get their thoughts on how some of the other folks on the roster look?
Sure. Bill, tell us about Elite Top Picks Wave 2 for 2024.
Sure. So we want to make sure that some of the top talent in WWE is always represented on the shelves when you go into retail. So we're going to be releasing figures of Cody Rhodes in the outfit seen there. Logan Paul in the WrestleMania gear with a Prime model.
I don't mind Logan now. I don't mind Logan.
Cody Rhodes,
Cody's a little iffy
yeah.
still. You know, you
I
better
don't know about that one.
you should know you better not get in my face.
And Sheamus, that figure was extremely popular at the time, so we're going to give people another chance to have a crack at it.
I like the hat. I like the hat on Sheamus, but he's also a questionable guy.
Yeah, he's questionable, but he's all right so far because he hasn't meddled in our business yet. So we'll let that one slide. But I like the Prime bottle. That's cool.
Yeah. Drink time, guys.
First time Prime bottle. Dom, what was it like tagging with your dad facing Logan at WrestleMania in Dallas?
You know, back in the time when I did tag with my dad, it was a lot of fun, especially being able to have that first WrestleMania with Logan. It was our first WrestleMania together, so being able to do that with him, it was a lot of fun. And look at him now, U.S. champion, beating Rey Mysterio. What a guy! I don't know who that was, but it's not unimportant.
The disrespect.
And can we say that gear that you guys wore was incredible? And I immediately leaned over to Bill and said, we got to do it. And it was so intricate. We couldn't crack the code and make it happen. It was so intricate, complicated, deco heavy, soft goods heavy. And then things quickly changed for you, obviously. And now you're a member of Judgment Day and off to the races. But
made it easier for you guys on the colors too.
What's that?
I said made it easier for you guys on the colors.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now we can crank out more figures easily, but we'll keep that on the back burner, and maybe someday we can revisit it. But it was incredible gear.
Thank you.
All right, so we've got SummerSlam Elites. Another question on the forums, like when are SummerSlam Elites going to be announced? So here we go, Bill. Tell us about them.
Sure, we have Undertaker from 2015 when he faced Brock Lesnar, and he is going to have an alternate laughing head, as seen on the right there. I think that was probably one of the most memorable moments of SummerSlam that year, was him sitting up and laughing. We have Kane and X-Pac from SummerSlam 1998, his first SummerSlam back with WWE.
I'm gonna need that X-Pac one.
That's a classic style, right? That's like it doesn't get more attitude era than that right there.
Yeah, with the glasses too.
Yeah, for sure.
Long requested. And then rounding out the wave, we've got another long requested figure, Lex Luger, in his USA Stars and Stripes gear, and first ever modern referee, Build-A-Figure referee John Cone, which maybe I saw him lurking around in the background there.
He disappeared on us. I don't know where Cone went. He disappeared on us.
Yeah, that's cool though. It looks exactly like him too.
Yeah.
And it's great news because we finally have a referee in the line, right? A classic referee, which is a long time coming, just so you guys know. Yeah.
All right.
That's really cool.
There's
a lot of legends in the lineups here that we're seeing like over and over again. Rhea, Dom, is there any kind of current superstar or legend from like on the legend side that you think would be a good fit for joining Judgment Day?
You know who's been lurking around a lot? Mick Foley.
Yeah, yes.
Mick Foley's been pleading his case to join the Judgment Day for a long time.
Mm-hmm. So
it'd be wrong of us not to throw Mick's name in there, especially as a hardcore legend. And who wouldn't want a Hall of Famer like Mick Foley in the Judgment Day? But it's a group. We got to talk about it as a group.
That's fair. Would you say, even just amongst the two of you though, would you say, are you thinking like you need Commissioner Foley in there and get that kind of power? Or are you thinking like Mankind or Cactus Jack or Dude Love, any of the three of those? Which face of Foley do you think would be the best?
You go first.
I don't know.
Because I know who I.
Yeah. Commissioner would be cool because then we could get a few things that we want.
But then we could get away with a lot with Mankind.
Yeah.
Or even Cactus Jack Mick Foley.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. There's a lot of options there.
Yeah, we'd have to sit down and have a good think.
There's a lot of options, and it would be nice to think about it, but I have maybe a better idea. What if we got kind of another outside opinion to see who the best face of Foley would be. Can we maybe do that this year for Ringside Fest? What do you think, powers that be? Is it possible to get an outside opinion in here? I see Santa connecting to our meeting. I don't know what that's about, but you never know. Oh my goodness.
Hello.
Look who's here.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Hello, Dom.
Great, Vic.
Hello, Mommy.
Hi.
You know you two are my favorites, right?
We appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Man, I'm so happy for both of you. I really am.
Thank you.
I hope you're enjoying every second of it.
Definitely.
We are. It's been a lot of fun, causing chaos.
Rhea, you know, like I don't know if you've seen me say this, but you know that I was like an advocate of yours, right?
I remember our little war that we had when I was in UK.
That was that's why you're there right now. But I had really high hopes for you, but nothing I thought of would have been as great as what you two are doing right now.
Thank you.
Really happy for you.
Thank you. It's been a lot of
the mommy chants. I tuned in when Nia hit the ring, and I didn't know what I just tuned in a little late or whatever, and I see the two of you in the ring going at it, and the whole place is chanting "mommy," and this is tremendous. So you got figures coming out, right?
Yes.
Happy about them?
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
They look really cool. Very spot on.
All right. Excellent. And now, my resume is still out there if you guys are looking for some leadership.
Hey, Mick, we were actually just talking about that. Everybody, by the way, welcome the hardcore legend Mick Foley to Ringside Fest 2023. We were looking maybe for an outside opinion, an outside Judgment Day opinion on which face you think would fit best.
Man, if we could we turn back the clock and have like kind of gullible, innocent mankind, I could see somebody in Judgment Day mistreating the poor guy and creating a ground. Now, the only wrench in the works is that I can barely move. So there's, I'd have to drop 80 pounds just to look really bad at this point. I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, we were thinking maybe Commissioner Foley to get you more involved in kind of the politics for the group.
Oh man,
see what kind of room you could make.
I could do that. Still swing the gavel with the best of them.
There we go.
Mick, any other thoughts about Judgment Day and just kind of the strength and power that obviously Dom and Rhea are at the core of the group. What do you feel like is the future for them beyond this?
Man, I think the sky is the limit. I don't want to see Mommy and Dom break up. I could deal with other members leaving.
Oh.
I think the two of you should stay together as long as possible. Honestly, not only have great chemistry, you're great together, but there's not like where do you go from there? There's no big payoff match. So if there's got to be some internal squabbling, let it be with Damien or Finn. But leave the leaders alone there.
What about this, Rhea, Dom? What would you think about a run together at a tag team championship? Would that work? Would you be able to survive kind of as a team like that?
I think we could.
You think so?
Yeah, 100%.
If Mommy's on my side, we're good.
Excellent. I mean, you're good with where you are now, because I don't think anyone would think Mommy and Dom going for the men's tag team titles would be out of reach. I think that'd be really interesting.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm down for it.
Giving her ideas.
Yeah.
You keep the championships you have, and you have kind of double the gold on your shoulders then, right?
Just take everything. Why don't we just take everything?
I'm all about that. I'm all about that. One final question for you guys, and we'll let you go because I know there's a lot of time and everybody's very busy today, and that's all good. But WrestleMania 40, that's a big one coming up. Next year. What are your ideal or let's say dream WrestleMania 40 opponents? Where are you headed, and what are you looking for? And maybe it's a tag team championship match. Otherwise, like, what's the one-on-one match you're looking for? What would you like?
That's a good question. I haven't really thought too much into it, but I guess if it was a singles match, I would probably go Bianca, just because we haven't really had that here on the main roster. We had it in NXT, but we haven't even explored that yet properly. But if it was a tag team match with Dom Dom, who would you want to face?
The best of the best, right?
Yeah.
Because we're the best of the best. So
Exactly.
But no one's on our level.
No, they're not.
So it'd be your call.
I sort of want to face your dad and someone because I want to slap him.
It's fair. My dad and Carlito.
Ooh.
Take down two legends.
Exactly.
Keep the apples away from the ring, right?
Yeah, no apples. No apple.
No apple. It's a no apple match for sure.
Yeah.
Or what about your dad and maybe a newcomer like Jade Cargill?
Maybe. Sounds like a possibility.
Nice.
I'm always up for a challenge. So.
Okay.
But will they get along as much as Dom and I? Probably not. So
it's a good question. It's a good question.
Exactly.
I think I'm back now.
Oh, Mick's back. Hey, Mick, what do you think? Who would be the best tag team opponent we're trying to decide for Rhea and Dom at WrestleMania 40 if they were to go after those tag team championships?
Well, you just pick the best tag team, and that's who they should go against.
That's what they said too. Totally fits.
I think you just see who's got the hot hand in the tag team division. I mean, now excuse me for not knowing, but I've been doing a lot of traveling, so I don't know the results of Crown Jewel. Rhea, you're still the champion, right?
Yes, I am.
But you're not opposed to being double gold, are you?
Nope. More gold, better.
As far as I'm concerned, there's 2 days of WrestleMania. No reason you couldn't go for 2 titles, and I mean that sincerely. Let me. Hopefully that gets out. And I'm not just saying that. I think that'd be really interesting, and I think if the 2 of you, I would hope that the women's championship be on the 2nd day. But to go for you two to go for the tag team title and hopefully win it, I think that's something that people would really be excited about. I mean, even if technically you get booed out of the building, Dom, I think it would be a feel-good moment that people would have to try hard to pretend is not a feel-good moment.
Yeah.
I would love to see that happen. So maybe it will.
Yeah. And they boo you because they're jealous. That's why.
Yeah. Look at the hair, man.
Exactly. The mullet. Luscious mullet. It's amazing.
I'm jealous of the way you wear a Wanted shirt, and I've been wearing a Wanted shirt for 30 years.
I appreciate you.
You got it, man. Seems like forever ago you were just that little kid in the I think the first time I met you was when you were riding the Hulk coaster with your dad in 2008.
Yeah.
And so people forget you've already got 17 years in as a WWE superstar, right?
People forget it. I'm the youngest veteran. I say it all the time.
Rhea, Dom, thank you so much for talking to us. I would like to, of course, let you go. I know you got a busy day ahead, but before we do, I just want to ask if you have any final thoughts for the Mattel WWE team. This is your chance to kind of put in hey, make sure you make my gear from this event. Or some specific look that you're looking for. Anything?
I mean, the Saudi look from Crown Jewel, this past Crown Jewel, that was a good one for me. So I'd love to see that at some point if you guys could do it. But you guys are killing it. It's always so spot on. Every single time I get a new action figure, it captivates everything that I am at that current time. So I really appreciate everything you guys do. keep killing it pretty much.
Seriously, thank you guys. But we wouldn't mind the Judgment Day 4-pack either.
There we go.
There we go. Listen to that.
Okay.
There it is.
Noted.
With the llama.
With the toy llama.
We have this little llama in the Judgment Day now. And once he gets fully pimped out, he has to be in the box.
Take reference photos for Bill, and we'll see what we can do.
Make sure it gets as long as photos are taken, I can start to work on it. So
Sweet.
you can wrangle a little llama into the studio.
Yes.
All right. Rhea Ripley, Dominik Mysterio, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for coming to Ringside Fest 2023. Thanks for taking a look at some of the figures. We'll let you go, and you guys are very much appreciated when you're being nice.
When we're being nice.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys. Thanks, Mick.
All right. Great to talk with both of you.
Likewise.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right, so we're having a great time. Ringside Fest 2023. I'm still here with Bill Miekina, Mick Foley. Mick, Bill has some really exciting photos to show you, and we're going to jump right into that. You know, we've been talking about Three Faces of Foley before. I think there's maybe a little more to discuss. What do you think, Bill?
Yeah, it's at San Diego Comic-Con. We revealed that we were doing the Three Faces of Foley 3-pack, and if you notice over my shoulder here, I have a very about to go to production, the final version of it with the Three Faces of Foley. You can see this awesome packaging that our packaging team developed for this. Very reminiscent of something that came out way back in the day that we were kind of replicate the spirit of. And I believe we've done that. And I'm as a designer, this is something that I'm very personally very proud of how it came out.
Those are 3 individual boxes that slide into that.
So here's the box they're all collected in. And what's really cool about this is that this flap is open at the top, and each figure comes in its own movable package. So this is the Dude Love. In its individual package, you notice the background has the Dude Love tie-dye.
Yeah.
The in-ring image on the back.
Have mercy for that figure.
The Cactus Jack with the wanted poster and the bang bang hands, and the great in-ring shot in the back, the wild-eyed look.
Yeah, it's a great photo. That's one of my favorite photos. And I mean, with all due respect to the WWE Cactus Jack, this is the first time we've ever had the WCW era Cactus Jack. It means a lot to me because my wife made that shirt that I'm wearing and the action.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I think an argument could be made that the best Cactus Jack was WCW era Cactus Jack.
On a personal level, WCW Cactus Jack is one of my favorites. I was in Chicago for the street fight with you and Max Payne against the Nasty Boys. And that was one of the wildest things I'd ever seen up to that point live. And I was just like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. So yeah, on a personal level, I was very happy that I was able to get a WCW version of Cactus Jack in the line. And rounding out the 3-pack is Mankind, a debut Mankind. We've reworked it a little bit since previous versions to have a new head and then he has it's a little hard to see here, but he has a tuft of removable hair.
Oh, but that's right, because when I came out,
it fits seamlessly onto the side, so you can either display this with the hair on or off, or pulling the hair out. It's a really neat feature we're able to incorporate with the Mankind.
Man, you know, like you said, it's got the spirit of a previous product, but that was 98. And let's face it, you know, things have come a long way. Those old ones, I love signing them. But, you know, there was just an artist trying to rework them to look like our faces, whereas now you've got the technology. It's like, it's night and day.
It really is.
Yeah. And for people in the collecting world, they know that I take a lot of care to make the signatures look good with different colors. And that's why I made the appeal to you guys to maybe change the front of the box. Honestly, I did not expect it to happen. So when Ringside reached out to me and they're like, you know, we can't show this to anyone, but this is what they're working on. Let me put it this way. It made my day nice as Mankind.
We try. I remember the when I found that pack in the store the first time as a collector,
Yeah.
I was so excited, and of course I bought it right away. And so the thought that I was able to recreate the spirit of it with an offering like this and have it, the same sort of side by side layout. I'm so happy with how this came out.
Me too. I could not be happier. Literally could not be happier.
Very soon, these are going to start pouring into fans.
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, I really can't wait. And if you're out there and you're a fan, and I do my best so that when you're done, when I give it back to you, I try to make it as close to artwork as it can be. And I take a lot of pride in it. And I've got a figure now. These are the best figures I've ever seen, all three of them. And they're collected, and I'm really happy. Appreciate you guys listening to feedback, and I think we got a great product on our hands.
Of course. And Bill, what do you think? Yeah, just final thoughts for Mick. And
it's if you would have told me in 1994 watching that match that one day Mick Foley would be complimenting me on recreating action figures of him, I wouldn't have believed you. So it's pretty remarkable that and I'm very thankful and grateful for the nice words you have about the product.
So obviously always a great time with Mick Foley, but now Bill and I can get into the nitty gritty of the details as Mick continues to write his Santa letters. Bill, what do you think? We've got like the updated photos here. These are kind of the glamour shots, right? So what do you think about running through some of the details of the figure based on these photos?
Sure. Starting left to right as I see him, we have the Cactus Jack from WCW. He's got all new head sculpt that really captures the madness of Cactus Jack back in the day, and the soft good shirt, which Mick just mentioned, his wife made for him at the time, which is a super cool detail. The execution on that soft good shirt is phenomenal. Again, I say this every time, but like, it's Mattel. It's the best soft goods team in the industry, and I'm lucky that I get to work with them. And then speaking of soft goods, Dude Love in the middle. This time the shirt is a soft good, which I'm sure will make very many people happy who maybe weren't quite as enthused with the first time we offered this figure. It's understandable. But it's also, we wanted to revisit him because of the upgrades that we're able to execute now with the double jointed elbows and the interchangeable hands and the DIJ face art. So even if you had that previous figure, we wanted to offer an upgrade. And sort of the similar thinking with Mankind, with the new head, with the removable hair. He's got this time before we had a Mankind with some hair removing on this side of the head, and now we had like the longer strand from this side of the head. Yeah, that's an awesome group shot. That's the first time I've seen that. That really gives you a sense of everything you get in this box. Yeah, this was one of my favorite projects that I've worked on this year. Just being able to recreate the Three Faces of Foley. That's kind of like a legendary toy offering from back in the day. Mm-hmm. And now this is my version, and I hope everyone is as enthusiastic about this one as I was back in the day for the original.
Kind of brown version of Mankind. I think once before we had a ECW exclusive Cactus Jack, of course, and then also Dude Love, like you said. These are all completely different offerings than, comparatively to what we've already seen, right? And I think that's what's most exciting, is like to get into the nitty gritty of different details for some looks, especially someone as eccentric as Mick Foley, right? Who's had so many different looks throughout his career, and even amongst his different personas, it's great to be able to get different versions of those personas out there in a way that fans can enjoy.
Yeah, we wanted to obviously, if you're someone who's new to collecting the line, this is a great way to get all three personas of Mick Foley. But if you're someone who's been buying deep from the beginning, from the start, chances are you may have a man, you might already have a Mattel Mankind or a Dude Love, sure, or a Cactus Jack. But the thought was, well, you don't necessarily have this version, and this is what makes this version, why you need this one. For the debut Mankind, we've changed up some of the details with the new head, and we've got the new molded wrist cuffs, and with the upgrades, with the technology upgrades with the double jointed elbows and DIJ face art. Dude Love, obviously, the original shirt was maybe not as some people made a big deal out of it. I thought it was okay
a different style, we'll say.
Yeah, it's a different version, and with the upgrades, and then Cactus Jack being able to do a first time ever WCW Cactus Jack was a great opportunity that I wanted to make sure was included in this version of the 3-pack.
Excellent. So also great work from the packaging team, as we saw before, and to see you kind of analyze the box like this, it's kind of the best of both worlds, right? Like if there was too much plastic in front, you wouldn't be able to get those individual signatures. If you're someone that only gets you're like, oh, I just want Mankind, or I just want Cactus Jack, or just want Dude Love. Like anybody now can get any of those 3 individual figures signed, or they can have kind of that 3 Faces of Foley legendary consideration, we'll say. If you're seeing Mick Foley signed in your area, it's kind of the perfect thing to have to bring up to him for exactly that reason,
Yeah, it's
whether you get 1 or all 3. So let's continue with even more Elite Collection reels. Bill, tell me what we have here, and I'm just gonna steal this right from you and say it first. L.A. Knight, yeah.
Yep, he's
Bill, can you give me one of those? Give me an L.A. Knight. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. There's another one.
He's definitely riding the rocket this year, so we want to make sure that we get him into the Elite line as soon as we could. So he will be available very soon. I know there's been a lot of requests for this, probably one of the most requested figures in recent memory, and we are aware. And this is the first look at the first Elite LA Knight. Yeah. Along with Bailey, damage control version of Bailey returning to the line with new thumbs down posing hands. Excellent. And new soft goods shirt.
Okay.
And Seth freaking Rollins, which will come with the first time the debut of the new WWE title that he holds.
Excellent.
WWE World title.
Great to see those. Excellent reveals right here. The Elite Collection, stronger than ever, I would say. There's like some top shelf names right there as far as the current roster goes.
Yeah, it's a pretty good cross section of some of the top people you see on TV every week. And new versions, exciting versions of people we've done before.
Yeah. All right, let's see what else we got. Hey, you know what? I think that's the fun part, is everyone's good at it. So I think your is just as good. So
I don't know.
Come on, Bill.
I'm too self-conscious.
Just all you got to do if you're feeling too self-conscious is say yeah louder. That's all.
Maybe get a few drinks in me. I'll probably be
then we gotta sing "Yeah" by Usher at karaoke. There you go. Right. What is that song called? Yeah. Well, there we go. Leave it at that.
And Shinsuke Nakamura will return to the line with his new sort of full body suit with the patterns, and he will have the soft good entrance robe.
Amazing. And then this looks like the chase for this series.
He will have a chase. The white is the standard, and then the red striped version is the variant.
Very cool. Obviously, Shinsuke been sticking himself into kind of the scene in a way that he hasn't in what seems like a very long time. So this is perfect timing for him to get back into the figure lineup.
Yeah, it's a cool new look, and then an increased presence on TV. Like, we're not going to be upset by that at all.
Hey,
welcome back, Steve.
Thanks for having me.
And this is our B themed slide where everyone has to start with the letter B. So Butch is returning to the Elite line with the brand new soft good football top. I'm a football top collector myself, so being able to include that as an accessory was you had to do that, along with a cricket bat from Money in the Bank. Bruno Sammartino, he will be moving into the Elite collection proper. He was originally intended for a different type of release, but he is moving to the main line as in upcoming Elite Wave. And Bronson Reed returns to the line as well with an updated look, with an updated soft good entrance jacket.
Excellent.
Sleeveless vest.
The B name lineup to me looks like a bunch of really strong offerings right here. So very cool to see that.
Bill read my mind. I didn't even tell him that was going to be my stupid joke when we got to this slide.
And
All
debuting
right.
in the Elite Collection as well is Pretty Deadly, Kit Wilson and Elton Prince with soft good. I'm not sure what you would call those shirts, sleeves.
I would call them, yes, shirt sleeves, I think. Well, hard to
I'm
say.
not sure. They're much more fashionable than I am, so I will let them figure out what they are. They also will have interchangeable posing heads, so you can do the Pretty Deadly poses.
That right there is pretty deadly as far as I'm concerned. So very cool to see that. Guys, amazing Elite Collection showings right now for this Ringside Fest. And thank you for giving us the sneak peek that you always do. Just falling back on memory from last year, we had some really exciting Ultimate Editions revealed at 2022 Ringside Fest. What do we have for 2023? Something just as exciting, if not more exciting, right? Right?
We think so. We think so for sure. First up is an exciting mainline Ultimate figure that was previously available as an exclusive only. So it's a talent that appeared, actually. Cody Rhodes, who was a DTC exclusive, is appearing in mainline Ultimates for the first time with some awesome gear that Bill's going to tell you all about.
Yeah, this was the gear worn this year at WrestleMania, and it's going to be the Ultimate version with the removable sleeves from the jacket and the torso cover to recreate his entrance jacket. And I don't know if you can see that as clearly, but we're updating the weight belt too to have a new way of connecting that doesn't have like all the punched out holes at the end. So just a new style on the weight belt. This one, you knew eventually we were going to get the Cody as a mainline Ultimate, and I'm glad that when I saw this come out at WrestleMania, I'm like, God, that outfit is that's got to be the one to debut in the mainline. So we found a way to make it work.
Sorry, go ahead, Steve.
Oh, that weight belt, that's another one we're checking off the Q&A list. Lots of requests for an updated weight belt for Cody specifically, and we're delivering maybe sometime mid next year.
A new weight belt mold. There's going to be people that are thrilled about that, and on top of that, another chance to get Cody Rhodes in the Ultimate Edition set. So exciting. I'll let the fact that there's no rubber chicken slide due to the fact that there's an exciting new weight belt mold.
It was either the belt or the chicken, and I thought we'll probably get more future use out of the belt. So
for sure, let's go with that.
All right, so we have one other exciting reveal, but it's not just one Ultimate, it's two Ultimates. So we revealed to you guys last year that Ringside Collectibles would be the exclusive home of Ultimate Edition tag teams. So we're going to continue that theme in 2024 with the next Ultimate Edition tag team. All right, Bill, so do you want to tell us about the new Ultimate Edition tag team coming to Ringside Collectibles in 2024?
Absolutely. The Ultimate Outsiders will be coming. This is based off of when they first invaded WCW back in 1996. And so they will have their two soft goods shirts to represent both the Outsiders tag team and then the NWO shirt as well. So each figure comes with two soft goods shirts in addition to the WCW tag belts and entrance vests. And Scott Hall also will have a new head to do the Scaredy Cat expression, which is the first time that head and expression will be available on any action figure.
Lots of variety for the Nash heads there too, as well, right?
Yeah, you got the cocky smile, the intense stare, and then the raising the hand or the too sweet in the air with the shout. It's this is an iconic tag team. This is an iconic look for that tag team. We wanted to make sure that if we were going to put out an ultimate version of the Outsiders, like this is the ultimate version of that tag team, who are so important in the history of the Monday Night Wars.
Mm-hmm. Would you say that this Ultimate Edition Ringside exclusive is just too sweet?
I would say it is too sweet. Yes.
Can we throw up some horns, everybody?
We can.
There we go. Okay. Boo! There we go.
Yeah. Boom. Maybe even two, because there's each one has a left hand and a right hand figure.
Perfect. So. That's these are the Outsiders after all, right? I can't be more thrilled about that Ultimate Edition 2-pack. These are at the top of my list for Ultimate Edition wants. So I am thrilled and we're very honored to have these at Ringside Collectibles. So thank you guys for doing such an incredible job with these for us. And I'm looking forward to this next year. I didn't think it was possible to top the Usos pack, after that has been such a success for us. But the Outsiders, that's as classic as it gets when it comes to tag team wrestling. And that really kind of shows that it's a staple for us to have an Ultimate Edition tag team as an exclusive. So thank you guys.
Yeah, our pleasure. Our pleasure. And we like to sometimes do things that make a little bit of sense. So just picture your Ultimate Edition Outsider 2-pack figures standing inside your shared exclusive Ringside Collectibles shared exclusive Nitro ring with Eric Bischoff.
Steve, we can really see some Nitro ring photos. Are you kidding?
Look, we want to come prepared for Ringside Fest, so we scrambled. We just got samples in, and we shot this just for you guys. So
amazing.
You can check out our first images of the WCW Monday Nitro Ultimate Edition ring.
Oh, there we go. And there's Easy E ×3 on the front. Look at that. WCW Nitro ring Ultimate Edition shared Ringside Collectibles exclusive. I'm pumped for this.
Shot of the back of the box here. Complete tells the story of the item here, really. Easy E standing inside the Nitro ring with the mic in his hand, and that pre-heel turn white t-shirt, and then we'll see a little bit later that you have dual looks for Easy E to represent his NWO heel turn as well. All right, that inner box, this comes inside the ring box, so there's a box for your Eric Bischoff figure. We want to make sure you can still bookend display your Ultimate figures that are included in these rings. And our packaging team, George specifically, did an outstanding job putting all this together, the graphics, the whole 9 yards. Pretty awesome looking. But there's your Easy E figure with your swappable shirts and swappable arms. Bill, details on the figure and the execution?
Yeah, I'm as you mentioned before, the swappable shirts, you can do like the pre and post heel turn. The jeans in particular have the nice the wash on the pants to really make the denim detailing stand out, and then the interchangeable hands, you can do all the posing that you need to do with the figure.
Excellent. For a martial arts expert, I would expect nothing less. So
we did have the interchangeable hands. You can do like reaching out to like here's what's coming next on Nitro, or
I love that. When I think of Eric Bischoff, that's what I think of him doing for sure. So yeah. Excellent. Love
that's
that,
how
man.
Bill pitched the hands in our leadership meeting.
Here's what's coming next on Nitro.
Yeah. Well,
thanks to Easy E. Yeah. Very good. Man, you guys really look out for us here, so thank you. Oh, look at that. And there's the shot of kind of the entire thing set up. Oh, look, Steve's got one on hand.
So I ran into the office at 7 o'clock in the morning to grab this to show you guys. So that's how much we love Ringside and love Ringside Fest.
I need mine sent to me ASAP.
Right?
I know I'll have to wait like everybody else, but that's all right.
I'm not going to show the ring because it's massive and I don't think it'll read well on camera here, but here's your Eric Bischoff figure.
Okay. Excellent.
Great stuff. Really excited to get an Ultimate Eric Bischoff in the line, finally, and an NWO version at that.
Very exciting. And I would say even more exciting is to now be able to recreate classic WCW Monday Nitro matches with this ring, keeping in mind that WCW led the world of professional wrestling for so long, even though it is kind of crazy to think about it being so long ago now. This is a big deal for a lot of people, right? Like WCW was hotter than ever during this kind of Monday Nitro era, and it was hotter than WWE at the time too. You don't say it often, but there's lots of people with really fond memories of the look of exactly this ring. So it's very exciting to get this into collections.
Yeah, that time period changed the course of the business. So, a lot of the things that we see implemented now and the way things are in WWE and beyond and other companies were shaped by this time period and WCW specifically. So historical significance for sure. And there's tons of figures coming your way that are going to be compatible with this ring on top of what's already available, and specifically the Outsiders Ultimate Edition tag team set. So buy both.
They're gonna be perfect in there. Great to hear that there's tons of other ones coming. So very cool. I think that's everything we have to show, right, guys? So I would call that a pretty successful Ringside Fest 2023. So big round of applause for the Mattel WWE team. Thanks to both of y'all. And thanks to our guests, Rhea Ripley, Dominik Mysterio. Was very exciting to have them on camera with us. Oh, wait. I got one last bonus before we go. Here I go, like saying goodbye, and there's one other thing. How about retros? Anything going on there?
Yes. So we have the latest photos of the Ringside Collectibles DX Retro Tag Team figures, but I also have them in hand. So, let's take a look at the packaging. We've got all 4 superstars here. New Age Outlaws, China, Triple H. A look at the back here. This is actually not final. This will have a DX logo spray painted on the packaging to just solidify it even more so as a DX multi-pack.
Sick.
And then we have the individually carded tag teams that are inside. Triple H and China here, trying not to get a glare. And it's got that slider packaging that I maybe can open on camera, maybe I can't. There we go.
It's all right if you can't. Don't break it on. Oh, look, you did it. Perfect.
China with her twisted waist and uppercut punch. Let's get that hand higher.
Love it.
Triple H with the clothesline action. You've seen that before. I won't pull him out. And then the Outlaws. Road Dogg is a jumper. And Billy's got the punch action, which, there's meaning behind the punch action, right, Bill?
Yeah, the original Smoking Guns version of this figure had the pullback punch. So when it came time to revisit the same person, how many years later, it kind of made sense. So if you have the original, you can pose him next to the DX version, and they have the same feature. I thought that was a nice little Easter egg.
They can fist bump each other.
Yeah.
Gotta love the accurate move sets amongst the retro figures. So here we're just gonna quickly take a look at the glamour shots. In the proto images, they look just as good as Steve's display. So very exciting. Obviously, we love to have exclusives at Ringside Collectibles, but retro exclusives can't go wrong with that. So we've had some really successful retro exclusive packs before this. We've had the NWO. Now we have DX. Doesn't get any better than that, right? So very cool to have legends kind of represented in the retro line where they belong, especially for retro collectors. And this is as popular a line as ever, right? So very exciting to get. Absolute classics, absolute favorites, and great to see the retro line still on fire in this way, now including DX. So exclusive to Ringside Collectibles. You can pick that up with us starting, I think, early next year. Already up for pre-order, I believe. So go ahead and if you're a retro collector, this is the way to do it. And now I'm really going to send us off. It's Ringside Fest 2023. We have no more surprises beyond that. You've gotten enough surprises today, people. But with that in mind, they've been great surprises as far as I'm concerned. Thanks to Rhea Ripley and Dominik Mysterio. Thanks to Santa, aka Mick Foley, and of course, a huge thanks to Bill Miekina, Steve Ozer. Ringside Fest 2023, an absolute success with some insane reveals. Thank you guys so much. I love doing this with you every year. Great to see your faces, and we couldn't appreciate you more at Ringside Collectibles. So thank you so much for sitting with us and showing so much off.
Thank you as always for having us. I've known you for a long time, and it's always a pleasure.
Hey, you're the best, Bill. We're pals here. Steve, you as well. Great to see you, man.
All right. Thanks so much, Tom.
I gotcha. Ringside Collectibles, WrestlingFigures.com. Thanks for joining us for Ringside Fest 2023. We'll see you for future Ringside Fests, I'm sure. And always stay tuned. You never know what'll pop up here and there. So stick to our channels at Ringside C for coverage. And we'll see you next time.